Question to the Environment Minister. The United Nations says the world is boiling. Australia faces an extreme summer of fires and heat waves like that happening right now in the Northern Hemisphere. In the middle of this climate crisis, you keep approving coal mines and gas projects. Will you commit to showing global leadership and stop approving more coal and gas mines, or are you happy to see Australia burn too?
Order. The member for Riverina. The Minister for the Environment and Water has the call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and I thank the member for her question. And I have to say to the member, I am absolutely proud to be part of a government that has been recognised overnight by UNESCO as taking action, strong action on climate change in order to save the Great Barrier Reef.
Members on my left.
What UNESCO said, sources close to UNESCO said to Le Monde, between the previous government and this government, it's a bit like night and day. And indeed it is a bit like night and day. Because under the previous government, you had 22 separate climate and energy policies. They didn't land a single one. What have we done since coming to government? In little over a year, we have legislated a trajectory to net zero with a 43% emissions reduction target between now and then. We've legislated a safeguard mechanism to make sure that large projects approved in Australia fit within that trajectory to net zero. We are building a renewable energy system that will see 82% of energy in our grid come from renewables. The solar farms, the wind farms, the hydro plants, the green hydrogen—
Minister will pause. Order. The member for Griffith will be heard in silence on a point of order.
On relevance, Mr Speaker, the question went directly to the approval of coal and gas projects. We'd like the minister to address that part of the question.
Well, the question did contain that, but it contained a lot of other topics. Order. So the minister, if you're going to ask a specific question, it can't contain a whole lot of preamble, because that is what the minister is entitled to answer. She's being relevant.
Thank you. And, Mr Speaker, the difference between those opposite and the Albanese Labor government is we are acting on climate change. We are part of a global commitment to meet the objectives in the Paris Agreement, to keep global warming as low as possible. We know that climate change is a threat to our natural environment, and that is why we are taking action. That's why we've got our legislated path to net zero. That's why we've got the safeguards mechanism. That's why we're investing in renewable energy projects. I've doubled the rate of approval of renewable energy projects since becoming Environment Minister. We're seeing investment in green hydrogen. We're acting on ozone. We're acting on methane. We're acting on electric vehicles. We're acting to electrify our homes and businesses and get that extra renewable energy, that clean, green, renewable energy, into our homes and businesses. That's the difference between those opposite and this government. We know that climate change is a threat. We're acting on it. And can I say to those opposite, we know that nothing we do will ever be enough, whether it's on housing, whether it's on renewable energy, whether it's on protecting the poorest and most vulnerable Australians. But I'm proud to be part of a government that is acting to deliver, not just talking about it.
Authorised by E. Watson Brown, Australian Greens, Taringa.